Morning guys, 51 Foxer. Bit of sunshine, my God Miss Jones, unbelievable. Take advantage and come up. Just been up and cleaned all my chickens out and my ferret out. So I thought I'm going to go up and have a cuppa. I was going to stop this weekend, but it's weather's forecast per usual. Persistently pouring. So I shan't bother. I know I'm not, my wife keeps telling me I'm a fine weather camper, but I'm not really. It's just that I just cannot be asked to go out in rain when everything's wet through. Everything's like a deer or something like that. I'm not sure it's the muntjac. I can't be asked to go out when everything's totally wet through before you start. I don't mind once I've got out and got set up. I don't mind that, but I just can't be doing out in rain and then setting up in rain. I don't think there's out worse than that. It's a nightmare. So just come up today and have a brew. Now I've done all my chores, clean my chickens out, my ferrets, I said. But everything, with this weather, everything's grown sky high. It's unbelievable how it's all grown. Unreal. Can't believe it. Nettles are like about 6 foot high. So I've no goats now. I used to have goats, but I ain't got no goats no more now. So goats used to keep it down like so. I'm just trying some new stuff out. I know I've bought some mosquito stuff, wipes, and also a pump spray. So far so good, but we will see what happens. But so far so good. This is a good rod, lads. It's that BREW one. It's spot on, as you can see, straight away. No problems. No problems. Just a pain getting it back in there. Where is it now? In my cup. So I've been speaking to Sandy this morning on Skype. He's doing his, he's going to work like so. He's got some more 01 tool steel. He's going to make some more knives. He says. I think one batch what he gets will make 8 knives. I think he did say. So I'm right glad for him, lad. He's smashing boat. Really glad for him. I hope it really takes off for him. So all you guys out there that ain't got a Jake Law, order one. Trust me. They're absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. It'll lash you out and lash your kids out and all. Trust me. He said to me, it's on fire in a bit today. Wind's going wrong way. That'll be alright. So tell you what I've noticed lately, guys, and all. I don't know about if you've seen it. There's some I'm not going to mention no names, but there's one channel that he's only a young lad, but a very knowledgeable lad. He's really into his bushcraft and primitive skills big time. And he'd had some bad feedback because either his mom or himself, you'll know what I'm talking about when you hear it, mate, like, but his mum or himself buys his kit, and he buys loads of kit. He spends a fortune on bushcraft kit. But what is wrong with that? You know what I mean? As far as I'm concerned, what is wrong with that? And people have been slagging him off, saying that he shouldn't spend, you know, all this lot on bushcraft. What the hell's it got to do with anybody else, what he spends on bushcraft stuff? You know what I mean? Fair enough, he spends a lot of money on it, but that's what he likes doing. So what is the problem? If he likes collecting 150 knives, 200 knives, good for him. But there's always somebody out there to spoil it. Somebody said about that his what is it? I forget what it was now. Something about mummy and daddy spoiling him to death or something like that. I don't know, whatever. But like I say, like he said on his message, he says he don't drink. He's only a young lad anyway. He don't drink. He don't smoke. He don't take drugs. He don't mug old ladies. You know what I mean? He's a boring guy, he is. I'm only joking. I'm only joking. And he don't play on Xbox all day, sit in his bedroom all day. He gets out in woods, he learns stuff, and he does good videos. I've subscribed to him for a hell of a long time. He does some excellent videos. He's a really knowledgeable lad, and he loves his bushcraft. He loves what he does. You know what I mean? He loves what he does. So why people's got to knock him for it, I don't know. He does spend a lot of money on stuff, but I think he's working almost. So his apprentice, I'm sure he is. But so what? Probably that person that's commenting will probably go out and spend it all on dope or drink or something like that. At least you spend it on right things anyhow. Well, as far as I'm concerned, that's my views on it. People might think different to me, like. But that's the way as I look at it anyhow. So anyhow, mate, you know who you are. So you'll carry on what you're doing. So I love watching your videos, mate. So you'll carry on what you're doing, no matter what everybody else says. I think mummy and daddy's spoilt little boy or whatever they put on his comment, like something like that. It's nice when they can afford to do it. You know, I mean, I think he's an only lad, like, but it's nice that they can do it and spend a bit of money on him, like. So my mum and dad, well, my dad worked all his life in Sheffield. You know, he worked hard. Like my mum didn't work, he worked hard all his life. My dad did. So. And we couldn't afford all these different things then, like all these luxuries now. When I first started camping, I started camping in a little old play tent. Me first, I used to go up to the Edale and Castleton, a little old play tent, a white canvas with wooden poles, like with the cricket stump posts. No ground sheet, sleep on floor. I used to go there and I used to sleep in old Parker on floor. No ground sheet, no underquilt, not like that, not like that, no sleeping bag, just in my clothes, and that were it. That must have been crackers. Bloody hell. I wouldn't dream of doing it now, like, but there you go. There's a mosquito there. Go on, burn you bastard. But so far so good. That stuff seems to have kept them off. Cracking stuff that then, if it does. Small on. My BREW must be about ready now, surely. Oh, mosquitoes are all flying about, they're not coming near me. That'll do for me. That's from Lidl's, boys, that. Lidl's pump spray it were. And also I've got fetched them in here and all, look. Expel. Mosquito and insect wipes and all, just in case, just to back that other stuff up. But touch wood, so far so good. It's not bothering me at the moment. Can't beat this, lads, can you? You can't beat it. What's better than this? I'm just been for a blood test, and they found some, and nurse said to me that, oh, she said, I can't wait for 4 week on Tuesday. I think she said she's going up south of France. She said, oh, I'll be to lay on that beach in the sun all day. I thought, you're welcome to it. That doesn't interest me, that laying on the beach all day. I have to get up to let tide come in. Can't beat this, boys and girls. Nearly forgot. I've got a few female subscribers now. It's brilliant. Tell you what I'm going to do when I get, well, I think I'm about 129, something like that, 130 or whatever it is, some subscribers. When I get to 200, that mods in no way. When I get to 200, I'm going to have a giveaway. I've bought some new stuff well, I bought it a long time ago, maybe 3-4 years ago, and I've never used it, so I can't see points in ordering it like for if I'm not going to use it. So there'll be about, I don't know, maybe 3 prizes, maybe 4 prizes. But what I'm going to do, I don't do all this response for this thing and all this lot. I'm just going to write all my subscribers down on a piece of paper, turn them all up, put them in a cap, swizzle them round, pick them out like that. Now you get some that has to do a video response or do this and do that and do that, but I'm not going to bother with that. Too much messing about for me and for you as well. Like, so all I'm going to do is just do that. Just put them in a net and draw out. That'll be good enough for me. Won't get me wrong, it's not a Rolls Royce you're going to win or out like that, like, but it's not not special prizes, but it's just something to say thank you for subscribing. I watched a good video last night on YouTube where Jedi Night of the Woods book review. If you haven't checked his book reviews out, guys, check him out. I think he's the man for book reviews. He goes into them in depth, it's brilliant. It's fantastic book reviews. It's Cody Lundin's book. It's not that 90s, what is it, something to keep your ass alive, it's another one. I can't remember what it were now actually, but have a look on Jedi's channel. It's Cody Lundin's book, but it looks good. It looks really good. So that could be another one I have to invest in. It cost me a bloody fortune, Jedi does. The old books that I've bought through his reviews, but they're not crap, lads. You know what I mean? They had a good, they're a good book what he does do reviews on. We went to Bushcraft show and I gave him one, a book. I mean, I gave him a book. That's a bloody mosquito. I put one on my face. What did he call the book now? I can't remember what he called it now. Oh, Finding Your Way Without Map or Compass. And he's going to do a review on that next, like, so that should be good. I can't believe that. Not a single mosquito. Marvellous stuff, that. He's got to put something back in my neck and all, and on there. Tell you what, in this month's, well, this every 2 months, Bushcraft and Survival magazine, it's got thingy for next year's Bushcraft show, guys. If you book before end of September, you get, I think it's 25% off. So you get, instead of paying 20% off, so something like whatever it is anyhow. So instead of paying £80 for your weekend tickets, you only pay 60. So, because my son paid for this one, I paid for Wilderness Gathering before, so it's my turn to pay this year. It really would be, wouldn't it? But, so I'm going to get my 2 tickets, and I think Bravo's getting his. And if anybody, because there's a code to put in, you have to ring up with this code or do it through internet. There's a code, so if anybody wants code, let me know. If you book before September, you can get this code, and then you get your weekend tickets for 60 quid. I think there's a few of us going this time. I was talking to, well, I was texting, what do you call it, not texting, messaging on Skype to my mate in America, JC, and he's on about coming across, him and his wife, hopefully, from the Smoky Mountains, coming to Bushcraft show. So that would be brilliant if he came across, and we'd make him really welcome, like, it'd be brilliant. So hopefully I want to get this parachute obviously before next bushcraft show, to get a big enough one, to strap it up in trees, and we'll be able to all get under it, like, it'd be brilliant, that would be great. I'd have a right laugh. That's what it's all about, guys. You only get one go at this life, lads, I'm afraid, and that's your lot. You've got to do what you want to do, enjoy it while you can. So, but there's a few of us up to, I think there's about 8 or 9 of us going now, definitely going for next year for this bushcraft show, like. But what I thought about, really, we were on about it to Brebo, saying that they should have 2 a year, or 2 or maybe 3 a year. Well, let's say 2 a year. Because even so, if they had 2 a year, there's no 2 ways, they'd definitely sell out. I mean, it might be a big thing to organise it all, like, but end of the day, you're in the field, and that's basically it, you know what I mean? And all the stalls and all that, well, they're going to get tickets sorted out, fair enough. But they could give you a code or a number, couldn't they, you know, to save all that messing about. But if they had 2 a year, they'd fill it out, you know what I mean? They'd definitely fill it out. But we definitely said we'd go, you know, if they had 3 a year, we'd go every time. You know, there's no shadow of a doubt I'd go all the time, because it's a brilliant weekend, fantastic weekend. And I'm sure all these stall holders, you know, the Military Mart and all this, like Ronnie Sunshines and all this, like, I'm sure that they'd all go again. You know what I mean, if they had 2 a year, because obviously they're going to sell more stuff. They're there to sell, and they do sell, trust me, they must make a fortune, like, which is good luck to them. That's what they go for, they don't go to just really stand there for no, like, so. But I'm almost sure they'd all definitely come again, like. I'm not saying go into it winter time when it's snowing and all like that, like, but they could have one, like, you know, I don't know, let's say one in March or April, let's say, or beginning of May when frost is all gone. Beginning of May, and then such as like September, you know, end of September, beginning of October, something like that. To be spot on, you had 2. I know there's that wilderness gathering, but don't get me wrong, that were alright. It were great for us, but it were a hell of a long way to go. It is for me, because I live in Lincolnshire, and it's, well, I don't now, I lived in Lincolnshire for 16 years, but it's a hell of a long way to go. It's like a 6-hour run for us, like, so, and it's far too far for 6 hours, like, 6-hour run. Well, that were a good weekend, but when it was, last time we went, it were up to Bolarks in bloody sludge, it were, it had been pissing with rain, it gave us per usual. I must be one of them unlucky people, me. It can be, I can look out of my front room window like that and think, oh, I'll just take dogs for a while, and it got to open door and it started to piss with rain. Unbelievable. Talk about unlucky me. But yeah, I think you could do it. It'd be alright if you had 2 a year, 2 bushcraft shows a year. Tell you what, lad, there's some good channels out there now, ain't there? Bushcraft channels and that lot, and these camping channels and all this lot, and glamping and whatever it is. It's a really good, I love it. My wife, she says to me, that's all you do. She says you go on bloody YouTube all the time. I says, I enjoy it, I love it. Replying to people's comments, and I comment to their videos and that lot. I love it. You can learn. I tell you, there's so much knowledge out there, it's unbelievable. If you want to know something, or if you buy a product, like she just bought one of these halogen ovens. Fantastic thing, absolutely fantastic. I think they call it not James Martin, Andrew James, I think it is. Andrew James, I think it's Andrew James anyhow, whatever. And I says, I'll have a look on YouTube first, see what they like. Looked on YouTube, boom, comes up, tells you about it straight away. You know what I mean? And shows you the video on it and how to use it and everything. Spot on. Right good. No matter what you want to know, if you want to know, I don't know, sheath making, I don't know, making a pair of moccasins or whatever, you just type it in, it'll come up, it's great, love it. I can't believe this mozzie repellent, lads. Can't believe it, mozzies are all over the place and all, but stop this, I ain't had one on me. Marvellous, good stuff that, eh? something keeps running about in these bits of woods somewhere. I'm sure that with a mutton jacket was too big for a rabbit. It was noisy it made, so getting through here pretty regular mutton jack deer like, so I've had all different things through here, but you know, hares come through all the time, rabbits. Trees are full of pigeons. Perfect with air rifle really, you could pick these pigeons off as easy as out. Best part about it, if you catch it right, it drops straight into Dutcher. If you shoot it right. Now, it won't be very nice with feathers on, but not be long before we start doing a bit of shooting soon. Coming towards winter time, we start going out about, I don't know, end of October, November time. Get plenty of pheasants and partridge. Do them lovely. We bought well, I've had it years, a rotisserie. Is that what they call them? Rotisserie area, I don't know, something like what they call them. And you just skewer your partridge, or 2 partridge, or a pheasant on it, or whatever. And then just a little bit of that, little bit of oil on it, and turn it on, and it turns it like ever so slow like that, and it cooks it absolutely beautiful. All the juices flow into it. Great. Let me just tell you this, guys. I've got a next door neighbour. Well, I say next door neighbour. He lives over my fence, like, but it's not. Well, how can you call it? It's not a next door neighbour. It's a bungalow, an old folks bungalow. It is private, not council, and it's over my fence. It's a little bit away, and every day his smoke alarm keeps going off. Early morning time, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. And I thought, I can't believe it. Someone took me his smoke alarm line. Yesterday morning, I got up early, I went out early. And I just looking, he has his back door open for the cat to come in. So I'm looking like, and I thought, bloody hell, this kitchen's on fire, must be. And it's smoke coming out at the door, and then all of a sudden his smoke alarm went off. And he'd been cooking bacon and eggs. He must have bacon and eggs every morning. I gave him eggs. He must have bacon and egg every morning. He must put his bacon on, wouldn't sit down or whatever, he just read paper or watch television, and once smoke alarm goes off, it knows his bacon's done. It must be that, it must be, because it's every morning he does it. Once smoke alarm goes off, bacon's ready for eating. So I've got no else to report, guys. That's about it, I think. So I'm going to sit here, finish this off, have half an hour, just sat listening, looking, enjoying surroundings, enjoying no rain. Actually up here it's not bad at all really. I expected it being a bit sludgy, but it's not bad at all. It's pretty much dry, really. It ain't bad at all. Well, my fire was wet like, but that's not a problem, so we'll sort that out. But it's pretty much a big canopy over here, so you probably will get a bit of shade away from rain. Also it shades sun out and all, but in winter time, guys, looking that way towards fields, that's facing east that way. When there's no leaves on trees or out like that, and I string my hammock up here. And in the morning time, when the sun just comes up in the morning, oh, it's absolutely beautiful, it is. It's lovely. Just to be able to wake up in winter when it's cold and frosty and all that, to wake up and just watch sun come up, boy, it's lovely. Can't beat it. So, right guys, I will let you go now. And hopefully, we're not going to get no rain today, but tomorrow we are. They forecast it all week again, all the rest of the week now. What's today? Thursday 12th, and they forecast it Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday for us. Constant rain, like, so that makes a change, doesn't it? It's enough to make a grown man cry, isn't it, really, all this bloody weather. But you can't do all, you can't go in garden and all that. I've been messing about in greenhouse. Because I ain't grown much stuff this year. I've grown my tomatoes and they're outside, so I can't bother with greenhouse. I've been putting my stuff up to dry in greenhouse and that when I've been out up here. And wife dries her swimming costumes in greenhouse. And and I've been doing my carving in greenhouse and things like that, like, so hopefully I'm going to make another a decent, I think they call it a Welsh love spoon. It's in bushcraft and